The sport of baseball is a wild thing. And I said it right at the beginning of yesterday's video that the Blue Jays have been outscored 17-3 in the series in the first two games, and the fact that they have now split the series after hanging on for dear life, winning 6-5 against the second place in the American League East right now, the Baltimore Orioles, is wild. And as I've said countless times, and I will say it again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, I would absolutely love for you to do so. The goal is 12,000 subscribers by the end of the baseball season. It has been a wild ride this series with the Baltimore Orioles in the sense of on the field and on the channel. So I appreciate all the love and support that the Oriole fans have given and any new Jays fans that have joined. I appreciate you all, but if you haven't hit the subscribe button and you want to, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't take much, but it shows a lot of love to me, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly. Now let's get into this ball game. I mean, I've said it a lot, how the Blue Jays are the type of team that needs to get three separate singles to score one run, and a team like the Baltimore Orioles, with their offense being as good as it is, can hit the long ball, and they're never really out of a ball game. And that was really evident in the 8th and 9th inning today, as you were up 6-1, you felt good, and a couple two-run shots, and we're pooping ourselves. But let's go ahead, let's start right at the very beginning, okay? Guy making his big league debut for the Baltimore Orioles, Cade Povich. Damn it, I've been hearing it all game too. I'm going to go Povich. Cade Povich making his big league debut today, lefty. I thought he was going to throw a little harder, but he got about 93 from him. Nasty strikeout numbers in AAA. So he got his big league debut in the first inning, looked great for him. Quick 3 up, 3 down, and the Jays continuously cannot score in the first inning. 28 consecutive first innings that they have not scored a run in, which is ridiculous. I think the MLB record is 31, and I mean, you're playing Oakland the next 3 games, so I guess it's possible to get it there, but for the love of God, it's getting sad. And in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, something happens for the Blue Jays that has not happened very much at all this season. IKF flies out to lead off the inning, then Ernie Clement walks and then steals second base, but he steals second base on a strikeout of Davis Schneider. So he's at second, great, but now there's 2 out. Danny Jansen then walks, bringing up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And Vladdy gets a changeup or something like that in the middle away. And he crushes this thing to right field. Does it have the distance? And it does! Not only is it a home run from Vladimir Guerrero Jr., which is only his 7th damn home run of the season, it's an opposite field shot. It is a 3-run shot, and it's with 2 outs. This has not happened to this team. So now you get a 3-0 lead, just like that. Isn't it incredible how home runs can change the outlook of a game? Now, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the horseshoe is rammed so far up the Jays' rear in this inning, it's crazy. Dalton Varsho pops it up, looks like it's going to be playable. Well, collision happens in right field. Santander can't make the play. I think it was a Cowser went flying over the top of him. Dalton Varsho's at second. Somehow. IKF pops it up, basically the same spot. And it looked like Mountcastle lost the ball because he was kind of jogging back with his glove up, and then a full-on sprint started. So he must not have seen it, lost it in the sun or something. Kane can't pick it up. It drops in. Varsho scores. So technically it's an RBI single for IKF, and technically Dalton Varsho, I believe, got a double. Let me make sure that is correct here. Dalton Varsho, 1 for 3 with a 2-bagger. Yeah, he got a double on the play. It's baseball. It's nuts. It's weird sometimes. And the Jays have a 4-0 lead. Yusei Kikuchi got the start for the Jays, and I said in the last video how Yusei's been great against the Orioles this season. He had that one really good start in Baltimore, but I feel like in years past he hadn't been great, albeit he hadn't been great like all season, not just against the O's. And going into play today, boy, he looked good, didn't he? He was awesome. Dynamite through 5, and a missed pitch to Adley Rutschman, who continues his torture of the Blue Jays this season. His 11th home run of the year, a solo shot in the 6th inning to make it a 4-1 ball game. But then the bottom of the 6th occurs. And again, let me reiterate this. That bottom of the 4th, that double and single, both bloopers, were with 2 out. So again, a run scores with 2 out. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and you're up 4-1. You feel pretty confident about things. But George Springer grounds out. Justin Turner, another single. He had 2 more hits today. Then Dalton Varsho walks. All right, Justin Turner up to second base. They bring in Dylan Tate. IKF grounds out. Everybody moves up. And second and third now, 2 out for the number 9 hitter, Ernie Clement. And he rips I don't want to say a line drive, but it's a soft liner into left field for a base hit. Turner scores, Varsho scores, and the Blue Jays now lead at 6-1. And Jays fans, we've talked about it ad nauseum. When this Blue Jays team scores more than 5 runs, I think they've lost 3 games this year. Like, that's how incredible this team is at not scoring runs. Because they're a sub-500 team, yet when they score more than 5, for God's sakes, they don't lose. Almeida got nervous today, but they didn't lose. And now you're up 6-1. You feel pretty good about things. Go to the top of the 8th inning. I think it was Zach Pop who was on the mound, and Adley Rutschman, boy. I mean, I said it, I think it was it in the last series? It might have been. Adley, it should be an MVP candidate every year, but it seems like his OPS never goes above like 715, 720, or sorry, 815, 820, which is weird. But dude's elite in every aspect of the game. He had a 2-run shot off of Zach Pop in the 8th inning, an absolute moonshot scoring Jordan Westbrook, making it a 6-3 ball game. But you're like, oh, we're still up 3, we're okay. Gets out of the inning, you go to the 9th inning. Jimmy Garcia goes out there, gets a couple of guys out. So you have a guy at first with 2 out after he hits Austin Hayes, and boy, that looked rough. Ryan O'Hearn off the bench, and as I said, they picked this guy up from the dump, and here he is hitting just moonshots everywhere as he hits a 2-run shot off of Jimmy Garcia, and just like that, it's a 6-5 game. Home runs, you're never out of it. If you're a team that can launch the baseball, as the Orioles can, they're never out of a game. Now, Jimmy Garcia does get Kyle Stowers to strike out to end the ball game, but boy, it was a lot hairier than it should have been. And if you're a person that likes looking at run differential, and if you look at the Jays' run differential on the season, it's no good, you would have loved to see a 6-1 win to help that out a little bit, but nope, 6-5. Who cares? W. We move on. I mean, it's a split. It's incredible that we even got to this point. Let's get to these player stats. Davis Schneider, tough one. 0 for 4, 3 punch-outs in the game for him. He struggled in this series a little bit. Danny Jansen, 0 for 3, walked once and scored a run. VLADDY had a great day, though. And his series against the Orioles, boy, he's been good. 2 for 3 today with a run, scored 3 RBIs and a home run, and also walked once as well. He has a 388 on base this season, guys. I think they said he's like 5th in the league, or American League or League. One of the two, in walks. He's been awesome. And if he can start lifting the ball and hitting line drives and getting in the air more, like today with the home run and the line drive off the wall, boy, he'd be great. And in this series in particular, he had just under a 1,200 OPS. I know it's only 4 games, but against a really good team, it's definitely a positive sign. And they also flashed a graphic after the game on the Blue Jay Central post-game show that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. since May 5th. So what is the date today, guys? It is June 6th. So just a shade over a month. He is hitting 374. 374 with a 460 on base and an OPS of 983. The only reason that's not higher is because the home runs haven't been there. But he has been elite over the last month. Can it continue? We'll have to wait and see. And let's be honest, it's got to continue for this team to stay relevant, right? Bo Bichette, a lot of line drives everywhere today, just finding gloves. He was 0 for 4 today. Justin Turner, another multi-hit game against the O's. He had 3 yesterday. He had 2 more today, 2 for 3 with a run scored and a walk on base 3 times. Good on for Justin Turner. Maybe he's starting to turn the corner a little bit more. And the bottom lineup did a job. They just did. Dalton Varsho, 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Good on him. IKF, 1 for 4, had an RBI. Ernie Clement, 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored, had 2 RBIs. The bottom of the lineup got it done today. They really did. VLADDY did his job at the top of the lineup, and the rest of the guys, the bottom 3, Varsho, IKF, and Ernie Clement, got it done at the bottom. 7 hits total for the Blue Jays. They only struck out 4 times. They walked 5 times in this game, and they got a dub. Yusei Kikuchi, as I mentioned, was elite today. His last 2 starts have been pretty rough, and you were kind of worried going into the ball game today, but man, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 6 punch-outs, and 1 walk. It was awesome. Other than the missed pitch to Adley Rutschman, he was elite. Nate Pearson, I mean, him using that slider a little bit more and kind of allowing that fastball to be his second pitch in the sense of it is so good, like the Jordan Romano type stuff. That's kind of what he does, really, right? He uses a lot of sliders and then kind of catches guys by surprise by how good that fastball is, the extra life it has when you're looking for the off speed. He was great again in a clean inning of work, had a punch out, no base runner. Zach Pop, it allowed the 2-run shot, but a 1 hit, couple runs, strikeout, and a walk. Jimmy Garcia got the save, albeit allowed the 2-run shot, the 1 hit. Did have a couple punch-outs, though, in the game for Jimmy, but you won a ball game. You beat the Orioles 2 out of 4. We'll take it and move on. Where this team is at this year, splitting against the Orioles, sounds good to me. Now, we talked about what this schedule looks like this month, right? We've already broken it down and why we thought this team could be like way out of it by July 1st, and it's still possible. But there's one series in this month where you have to do a job. And it starts tomorrow night in Oakland against the, against the Oakland Athletics. I'm literally looking right at it. Chris Bassitt gets the ball for the Blue Jays in game 1. And it doesn't say, hold on a minute. We're dealing with this again. Hold on. Oakland, Harris. Isn't he the former Blue Jay prospect? No, Hogan Harris. Yeah, he's the former Blue Jay prospect. The Matt Chapman trade, wasn't it? I'm pretty confident about that. Oh, well, he's 27 years old now, at 14 innings pitched, an ERA of 3.14, 15 strikeouts, walked 6. I mean, he's been all right, and that at least it says on here, that is the pitching matchup tomorrow night in Game 1. Game 2 goes, was it 4:07 first pitch? It's Luis Medina. He was only pitched 5 innings this year. I believe his one start against the Jays last year was an absolute shit fest. Kevin Gausman gets the ball in that game, and the finale of the series is Mitch Spence. Been pretty good for them. 3.5 ERA and 44 innings pitched for the Oakland A's. Soon to be Sacramento A's, I guess. I don't know. And I guess that's going to be the bullpen day or the Trevor Richards opening game type of day. I don't know what's going to happen there. In the finale, it's a 4:07 first pitch on Sunday as well. First off, you got to find a way to win the series. And if you can find a way, and I know it's going to be tough, and I know the confidence is high right now after winning the last 2 against Baltimore, you find a way to win, to sweep that series, you're a game above 500, and the vibes are a little bit, significantly better. Let's put it that way. Does it mean much moving forward? We'll see. But if you go above 500, the talk changes a little bit more. It really does. But it's going to be tough. Sweeping any team's difficult. We saw it against the Pirates. It's not going to be easy. Even against the White Sox, you still struggled with 1 or 2 of those games. So it is what it is. But Game 1 goes tomorrow night to 9:40 p.m. first pitch between the Jays and the A's. Chris Bassitt versus former Blue Jay farmhand Hogan Harris. That is the pitching matchup in Game 1 tomorrow night. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the game today, because it's a win in a series split against the Orioles, which definitely seemed bleak going into play yesterday. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not done so already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and of course TikTok is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow night. Jays edition, Game 1 of this 3-game set against the Oakland A's in Oakland at the Coliseum. Probably, actually, you know what? For the last time. Crazy to even think that. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game today. Talk to you guys then.